Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is take 2 because my camera app of course crashed and the first part of the recording was gone. So I'm going to talk you through what I have done and link to some other hidden spine recordings I have done earlier, because I have done a hidden spine today. So when we left off, we have done these pockets, and now they are glued in, and I have glued them on two sides, so it's more like a top spot and the same on the back. I did some embroidery on them and then I glued them down like that. So then I took a piece of textile like this, and I took my signatures, and I had 3 of them, and I measured. Let's take paper that are as long as a spine. So I took the measurements from top and bottom of the spine, and then I made measurements for the middle of the spine and the same on each side, and made 3 holes like this. And then I took a piece of textile behind the paper and glued it down like this. So I had some textile behind the paper. The paper is for giving it, keeping it sturdy while I'm sewing, and the textile is because it's much sturdier to keep the paper against the spine with textile to textile. So then I sewed in every signature with a 3 pump stitch. So I sewed in with 3 holes, and I will link that so you can find that. But I guess most of you have already seen it's the most simple way to sew in the signatures. So then when I had done my spine and the signature is sewn on, I put glue on the back of the textile and then glued it down to the spine like this. I think I actually can take these down now. I put on 3 clamps so that it would keep this in place while it dried. So now it looks like this. So here you can see the white paper that I put on top of a piece of linen. You can see now that it needs a little bit of more glue on the edge. So then I'm putting in a little bit more glue, and I will try to keep that down for a few seconds. It's easier to keep the clamps on the edges, so sometimes you need to do a little bit more gluing in the middle where you can't hold clamps. So that's a nice way to put in the signatures, and you can keep your spine clean from threads. You don't need to sew it through the back of your journal. So the spine is, if you have an old beautiful book like this, you can keep the spine as it is, and you can still have your signatures on the inside of the book like that. And we have a lot of beautiful papers to play with and put in some garden notes and maybe some seed bags. So we will see what we can fill it up with. So the last thing I said before I stopped the camera was that we could do some pockets for the book also, as my recording was quite... Let's take a glue book, and I have taken a few pieces of scraps again, so I thought we could use that up. These are really old book pages that I have burned with a burner, so these are burned holes. That's a bit different. And then we have these old botanical pages that I also like. These are fun to use as we have a garden journal. So let's take one of each. Let's take this one and make a kind of a simple pocket to put something in. And then I thought we could maybe use this one and put it on one of the pages and put a seed bag on it to have some nice seeds in. So then I have taken a digital of a seed bag that I thought we could use, and I have embossed it. So we're going to put it on another paper to make sure that it will hold. I have done a smaller one and one bigger one. So just to make sure that these will hold as they are embossed. This is sturdy but still thin. So let's just give this some extra sturdiness. So these are how they look. It's a bit shiny, so I'm going to take them out. The name is Nellies Choice, and I have bought these in Sweden. I will put the numbers and the names down in the description box so you can find it. I have bought them online in Sweden, so they are made in China, so I guess they can be maybe on Amazon or something like that. NelliesChoice.com. So I'm going to show you. This is the bigger one. Really nice, and I don't think it was a name on them, it was just numbers. So I think the description was this was wild roses, and the small one was cherry blossom. So these turned out nice. I tried it on a few papers. This was cute. It's easier to see when you don't have a pattern on them. I really like these. Always fun with something new to play with. So let's take our page and then we are going to fold this. And these pieces you fold in to be able to glue it together. And the same on the bottom, folding that in, and then when you put it together like this, you have a little seed bag. So I think this needs to dry a little bit more before we put it together. So let's start another one while that is drying. So I had another idea. Where did my bee go? Now it's too much paper on the table again. There we go. So let's see, I think I have a scrap piece of textile somewhere here. Many use their journals just to have as something to look in, but as I sell many of my journals, I want them to be secured. If someone wants to really work in them, they shouldn't break the first time when they try to put something in a pocket. I sometimes overdo everything a bit, but I like to do it properly. So let's take our scraps. I'm thinking some more old book page with some greenery on. Could be fun. Maybe a couple of different ones. Don't want to cover the bee. Bee as in botanical was my thought. Don't know if you can hear it, but it started to rain just a few minutes and now it's pouring down. But I can happily sit inside and smile, and all the snow is almost gone now. During the weekend it was a bit warm and rainy, so suddenly the snow was gone and The Swedish girl was happy that she finally seemed to get a bit of spring. That's nice. We like spring. Seems like we have had snow forever now. I think we maybe need some more color. This is some eco-dyed lace piece. I can rip this, so I need to cut it. It's filled with embroidery. Maybe we can rip a little part of it at least, so it doesn't look so totally straight. We put a piece of original old wallpaper on this. It's also very fragile. It's been on the wall in my old house. It's layers and layers of different different colors. I think I want this green part. Take a bigger one maybe. We have a brown and we have a blue and a green. Really like this piece. The little rose. So let's put that down. I'm happy that they had bad glue for the wallpapers back in the 1800s, so I can get some pieces off without any problems. It's loose on several places where it won't be seen if I borrow a piece for my journals, so I have done that. Gives the journals a little bit of soul when we get these old pieces of wallpaper in a house where people have lived in years. So should we take a little botanical label maybe? It's identified specimen. These are Tracy Fox labels. Cutting them down a little bit. We don't want too much of a dark edge on them. So what's happening this week? We are going to record Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday with making the journal and do something with the scraps one more time. And then I think we are going to do some background papers together. I was asked if I could show how I color and make marks for journals. So of course I can do that. Do some of your own pages, maybe paint something on them or write something. Do some tracing of pictures. And on Friday we have a new episode of Who's Up Next with Sally. I will link that too below. She is interviewing different crafters and you get to know them a little bit better. It's really interesting to get to see the face of the crafters that you often just see the hands of. So don't miss that. That's Friday night. And Sweden is 6 hours before, I think it's before Central Time. So it's a bit different where you live, but I guess you can figure that out. Or see the replay. I will link Sally's page so you can see it. And a bit of lace. I think we need that too. Should we put it there maybe? I have been preparing orders also today. Painted old book pages and a couple of journals that are going to United States. Thank you for that. That's always nice. So please comment down below and give me a thumbs up if you like this. And you still have the opportunity to be in a giveaway. When I reach 5,000 subscribers, I have a nice giveaway. I will link that recording too for you, so you can go and look that up. I think there is 130 people that I need to subscribe before I reach 5,000, and that's totally amazing. 5,000 people, that's a lot. I am humbled and honored that there are so many nice and kind crafters in the world that like to follow me. Okay, that was today's big chat. Should we have something more? Should we leave it like that? Maybe a little bit of scribbling on this white piece. Okay, we have another pocket done. I will probably do some sewing on it, embroidery or on my sewing machine. I like to secure the paper and the textile together in some way. But it's easier when the glue has dried, so I think we are going to leave it like that. So should we do one more thing today before we glue that? I think this isn't, or maybe we can see if we can put this down. Let's move the wallpaper pieces for now. So let's glue this together. Don't use too much glue when you do this, so that you glue all the pocket together. That. I think that we maybe need to layer something more on these pieces. We need the layering, so we get some tactile pieces to touch in the journals. Darken the edges a little bit so it looks a bit more old and also stand out a bit from the white page. let's take a paper clip, I think. If I can find one. No. To find a green label. So, where have all my paper clips gone? There we are. Fallen out of the So I'm not going to glue it down, just put it together. So you can take it off and fill it with your seeds. Again, somewhere there. And now you can just put this down on your page as a big pocket, a top spot, or maybe even a flip, as it has pictures also on the other side. But we are not going to start decorating yet. We need it to dry a little bit more before we put in any of these pockets. More. I just saw this green piece of textile. Maybe we could use this as a hinge and put it on the page with that. Could be fun. Even on this one could be nice. Maybe with a piece of shiny textile. A lot of ideas today. I really felt that this could be nice to have a piece. Give it a little bit more color. Smaller and smaller. Don't be afraid to layer and put things on top of each other. It kind of makes the whole thing. That could be nice with some stitching around that. I think I want a piece on this one too. Really like the feeling of this. A little bit of shiny bling, but not too much. And then of course we can decorate more when we put it in the journal. Maybe with some cheesecloth or lace to make it stand out even more. So I think I'm going to stop there for today. And I'm sorry about the first part of the recording, but that's life. Sometimes it doesn't work. So we will make it work anyway. And of course you are welcome to ask questions and make me show something for you if you still have questions that you don't know how to do it. And there are lots of more recordings on my channel, how to make journals and how to sew in different way to get different looks on your journals. So thank you so much, and I will be back tomorrow with some more craft. Have a nice evening, and until next time, bye bye from Sweden.